The Patriots are not playing good football right now. The fact that they beat the Jets a couple of weeks ago was an absolute catastrophe for the New York Jets, because right now, the Jets really should be 4-1. Honestly, they should be 4-1. The only game they got dominated was the Dallas Cowboys. The Patriots should not have won 15-10, and the Kansas City Chiefs should not have won the week before on Sunday Night Football. The New England Patriots are trying to figure out who their number 1, number 2, and number 3 wide receivers are. Their roster is horrible right now when it comes to offense. They have a good running game. Stevenson is a good player. Zeke could still play. They have no quarterback. Their offensive line stinks. You try to figure out what the Patriots are. And there's a lot of things as a fan, if you're a Patriot fan, you cannot like about this team. I know Jeff says, hey, we've got good drafts in the last 2 or 3 years. Bill Belichick has landed on all his second, third, and fourth round draft picks. Oh, really? Because their drafts over the last couple of years have been horrendous. Yeah, they have some players. They found some players in the later round, fine and grand and dandy. Is it helping them win right now? Are the playoffs in their realm? The answer, not a chance in hell. They are by far the worst team in their division. It's not even close. Yes, they beat the Jets. That's not saying much because they beat a team that was still trying to figure out who their starting quarterback is, and finally Zach Wilson woke up. Well, at least we think he did. The fact is right now, this team has not been the same since the last year of Tom Brady's career with the Patriots. This has not been a good team. Yeah, they're a great defensive team, even though I have them on my fantasy teams and they've been absolutely horrendous. But that's just another story. The Patriots are not the same Patriots team. Bill Belichick, it looks like it's passed him by. He does not look like he has that passion and that fire that we've seen Bill Belichick over the years have. I love his press conferences. They're fun. He stands there, they ask him questions, and he says, rebuild. Well, what do you want to do as you move forward this season? Rebuild. Well, what do you mean by rebuild? I mean rebuild. That's all he said. It's about to rebuild. So are you giving up on the season? Are you going to look for a quarterback in this year's first-round draft? Are you looking for that guy that's going to take over for Mac Jones because Mac Jones isn't the answer? What is it? Are you going to retire at the end of the season? Are you going to part ways with the New England Patriots? Maybe become a GM or an executive for maybe an organization, maybe for the Patriots. This team is not good. Their wide receiving core is absolutely horrendous when your number 1 target is Bourne. Or, how about this? Parker. Are you going to sell me this receiving core to be any good in the NFL? This is the worst, really, receiving core in the NFL. And that's not saying much because the Giants are right behind them.
Or the Giants are still worse. I don't know.
They're both bad.
Yeah.
I mean, in the NFC, the Giants have the worst, and in the AFC, the Patriots have the worst. There is no good wide receivers on this roster. There's not even young talent that really stands out. Well, I just mentioned Bill Belichick drafting N'Keal Harry. I told everybody I did not think N'Keal Harry was going to be any good in the NFL. It's very hard when you look at the wide receiving cores, the last 3-4 years to compare the wide receivers that have come out in the first 2 or 3 rounds in the last 3 or 4 years. Even last year, this past year, the wide receiving core was not any good. I mean, nothing really stood out. It looks like Zay Flowers could be a player.
And Puka.
And Puka, yes. And he was a player that was drafted in the late rounds. Yep. So Puka looks like he could be another Cooper Kupp. Maybe a team like the LA Rams decide to part ways with Cooper Kupp in the offseason because you don't need him. Puka is cheap. He's a late round draft pick. You don't have to pay him anything. His rookie contract is what, $150,000? Right. He's not making anything. And Cooper Kupp is making a load of money. Maybe the Patriots reach out to the LA Rams at the trade deadline and say, what do you want for Cooper Kupp? And I don't want to hear Bill Belichick say, I'm not giving away draft picks. Your drafts have sucked. They stink. Stop saying you're not willing to give up any picks. You never draft right in the first round. As a matter of fact, you trade out of the first round. So if you trade a first-round draft pick for Cooper Kupp, would it be that bad right now? At least you have a weapon.